Hey, Trip. There's way down the Freedom Hall, Louisville, Illinois, or Louisville, Kentucky. National Farm Machinery Show. It's Wednesday, didn't put anything on here. Monday or Tuesday. It's some stuff around the farm. We're gonna make this one mostly about the farm show, but we did have some visitors yesterday. All the way from southern Sweden. I didn't even know they had farms in Sweden, so.
They got farmers too.
They got farmers, at least 3 of them. I bet there's more.
Yep. Remember their names?
I can't, even if I did, I couldn't pronounce it. Well, it took us 2 days, but we made it through it. Every booth.
Yep.
Every booth.
Every bit.
Every bit.
Yep.
Now we're gonna go check out the Salford booth and get a little rundown of everything they got there.
Sounds good.
Made it to the Salford booth. We got a Halo VRT here. We demoed one of these last year that was a 20 foot. This one sitting here is a 30 foot. These blades will move. We went over this quite a bit in those videos if you want to check them out from last fall. That's really nice, makes it versatile. Don't have to worry about plugging it up. It didn't plug up once. Leaves it pretty smooth. We did every other pass with a different high-speed tool that we have, and I could tell I rode an electric bike across it. This one just left it smoother. I don't know if it's that being able to move so you can set it better, or maybe it's the double baskets that leaves it smoother, but I don't know. Been really impressed with it so far. We have a 40 foot one that's supposed to be coming in here in another month or so. So we'll know more about it coming up here this spring, but really looking forward to using it, and we will go over that more when that day happens, or when this spring happens. We'll be covering it a lot when it comes in and when we start using it. Yeah, is this the first GoPro you've ever seen before in your life?
That one's like smaller, but
yeah, it's a little bitty thing. I don't have the same media budget as you, so you know, we gotta do our thing here. But
yeah.
So I was looking around here at the Salford booth for somebody who might know something about this 5200 Enforcer, and they say this guy from up north somewhere, Minnesota.
Yeah, I guess they've hired me as the regional rep.
Oh, really?
No.
Nice. That should be a nice little pay raise there for you.
No commission coming your way.
There's no
No
commission?
commission whatsoever.
On a ripper, like a Case IH shank ripper. Act like this might be able to kind of take the place of that. Buries a lot of residue and all that stuff.
A couple years ago, we demoed a 19 foot. Then we ended up buying a 25 foot after that demo.
Okay.
Just because I definitely like it a lot more than a ripper. It breaks down like hardly ever. If it did, I think we broke like 3 drag bolts this year.
Yeah.
We used to break 3 drag bolts a day on rippers. And
what kind of ripper did you have?
Case 870.
Okay, yeah, that's the kind of things we run.
2700 deers, so there was constantly like broken shear bolts, this falling off. So far we've maybe put about 10,000 acres on our 25 foot, and we've had no bearing issue.
No problems, huh?
Just a few bolts broke on the drags, but for the most part, very solid. We ran it on soybean ground at like 2 to 3 inches. Does a really good job mulching it up.
Yeah.
And on corn stalks, it's like 4.5.
Yeah.
And that's kind of all the tractor wants. So you just stop
really?
at that, and it covers really good.
So like corn on corn, is this your go-to?
That's all we use now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the rippers are for absolute miserable mud. They like,
Okay, yeah.
just drag them through. That's why we have the 2700s yet. They're just for like hook a 600 horsepower tractor on a 5-shank gripper and go.
Okay, there you go.
Raise all the levelers, the discs up and go. The wheels do more tillage than the actual unit.
So yeah, you'd recommend that then, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I think all around for dependability, number one, and obviously does a great job. So the first year when we demoed it, we ran it beside our ripper.
Yeah.
And side by side, I'm like, I think the ripper was making it black.
Yeah.
Like hands down, it was black visually.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that ain't probably so good. The next spring, we were field cultivating that same area, and where the Salford went, it was like there was no residue. Where the ripper was, it was just solid corn stalk mat.
Okay.
And I was like, why is this? And I think you're seeing a lot of dirt balls visually from a ripper, where the Salford leaves a lot more smoother finish.
That makes sense.
And you're not disturbing every square inch of the field with the ripper.
Right.
Like every 27 inches, 30
Yeah.
inches, depending. So that was kind of eye-opening, and then we ended up, after that, seeing that, then we ordered the 25-foot.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We ran, we had a lot of tests for that Halo VRT. We had one with it next to the Case Speed Till. We had one, and then we had the deer that also changes the disc angle. Got them side by side. We got this little electric bike thing that we just got last week. I rode across them. You could tell a difference. That was a lot smoother. I'm not real sure, just because you're able to adjust those angles, get out as you want, or if it's because of the double baskets, but something.
Yeah.
I told you before, we're right against the walls. You can see it there. The campground is fenced in with a little chain link, you can see. The state's working on the wall pretty hard. There's these trucks with fill dirt coming by, say every 10 to 15 minutes. There'll be one come by. A lot of fill dirt hauled in. And that's just on the other side there. That's a World Birding Center over there on the other side of that wall. Kind of cuts off a finger in the Rio Grande. Harvesting crops here. It's cabbage and they're working on that. Over here they're just getting ready to plant. Ahead of us there you can see about a 3-story white building. That is where all the irrigation water comes from. There's a sign there. It says United Irrigation District. That pumps water out of a large lake through canals. And then they got valves they open and shut all along those canals. As you can see, here's one of them that's fairly full of water. And there's stuff going along all over. This is, I'm not sure what, it's a grass, so it's probably sugar cane. And that's part of the wall they're building in the distance there. I don't know if you can see that from here. Finally found a cornfield here. Probably sweet corn. It's 2-leaf. So we're just getting started. The end of it, there's nothing. This side we got some ground not planted, but we're coming up on something else planted. Could be corn too, the way it looks. Might be a lot of sweet corn here. It is up on ridges because they do flood irrigation. Most of it's flood irrigation anyway. And you can see the wall again way out there in the background. We're running right along South Texas on 281.
It's Friday. We made it back. We made it back home to the shop. Made it back home last night, and then back to work today. Had a good show. Saw a lot of good stuff like always. Salford booth had a lot of stuff in that. We kind of showcased that quite a bit here. Many other companies did too. They're pretty neat. I think some of the coolest things I've probably seen, like Valley has a thing on their irrigation I saw, where it'll actually monitor the weeds, and also on your app on your phone. I'll send you like red lights if nozzles aren't working right. So that's if like a nozzle's plugged or something. That seemed like a pretty neat idea to me. The best thing we saw down there though were some gas cans. So we got a few. We're definitely good on gas cans for a while. Check these things out. Fill it up. Just put that thing back and stick your nozzle in. The best part is, you know how these new gas cans you have that you can't use without spilling because they don't want you to spill them? Check this out. Right here, your hose to pour in so you don't have to like tip or anything. Press this little nozzle like so. That opens a flap inside and out comes the gas. Best find at the farm show. There's always got to be a winner. This baby's it. You got any thoughts on the farm show?
I thought it was good. I thought gas cans was a good find.
Yeah, I just showcased them.
Yeah, some other things we saw. We got to talk to some people that was pretty interesting on some new things and on planter ideas on ours, and then met a lot of people there that watch YouTube, and overall it was a lot of walking but very enjoyable.
I consider we still have the planter in. Been waiting on parts for it. Well, for these bushings we're replacing, we're needing seals. Looks like they had come in while we've been gone. Also the bushings we need for concealed knives for the other planters come in, so that's good. Right now all 3 quad tracks are in here, all 620s, changing oil. That one's about to get the oil changed, I believe, and then to get this piece on the planter, we'll be able to move this one out. The truck drivers got all the February contracts full while we're done, so that's good. So I think they're off today, and probably next week too. We got a lot to haul in March, but all of February is full, so we gotta wait to haul that, I believe. So we'll get to work to put those bushings replaced so we can at least get this moved out. It's not ready to plant, but it's at least ready to be, it'll at least be ready to be put back in until we get closer to the plant time, and then we'll get out, like put the seed plates in there and kind of go over stuff, make sure it all fires up and works in. So about to get it, but that's it for this week. Not a very long video. If you missed we did have one come out on Wednesday where we really put that new Hemingway electric bike with the fat tires to the test, and I think it's going to be good, just like everybody says, as long as it don't fall off the front of the quad track. But I don't think he's going to be holding on the field much going down the road, going across the field. It won't be on the front of the tractor much. I think it's mostly going to be going down the road, helping get moved around and whatnot. So we'll see how all that goes. So check that video out if you haven't seen it. Want your Ivers stuff, like always, go to ivers-farms.myshopify.com, and see you next week. Thanks for watching.